Welcome back to another video. We are in the Open Great League as all the leagues have rotated back. And let's see if we can work out this team. We got the Mandibuzz pair with the Diggersby and the Gastrodon in the back. Had a terrible lead, so we go into the Diggersby and we face the Ferrothorn. The Ferrothorn is okay against our Diggersby. But because the Diggersby has the Fire Punch coverage move, this is actually beneficial for us. Look at that. We do get a shield just like that. And now we're looking to see if we can flip this switch actually. We're going to be able to fire off another Fire Punch. Fire Punch is going to either get the KO or get that second shield. And we have officially flipped the switch. Now we're going to be able to fire back a Scorching Sand. The Scorching Sand gets the debuff. They switch out of the matchup. They go into their Morpeko. They fire up the Aura Wheel, and we have the Gastrodon just chunking away. And here we're just going to shield this so that we can force that Feraligatr to throw some energy here. This is going to KO, which is fine because we still have a healthy Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is able to tank these fast moves really well. However, these Hydro Cannons will start adding up, so we need to get to 2 moves immediately. All we have to do is get to this Aerial Ace and get to another one. Okay, they are at another move. Is it going to be enough? No, we are going to be able to get to another Aerial Ace for the KO. So GG's to our opponent, able to kind of outbulk them, honestly. They had a kind of fragile team with the Shadow Feraligatr and the Morpeko. Those two are shield dependent. All right, we got a terrible lead here. We don't necessarily have a great answer to it. However, we are going to go into the Diggersby and we face the regular Driftbloom. So they have the clear typing advantage, move advantage. At this point, we'll be lucky to get a shield, but let's see if we can wiggle out of this situation. There's Icy Wind to debuff us. We are going to fire back with the Fire Punch, and this Fire Punch here gets them into the red at least. We can tank the next Icy Wind, but it debuffs us again. Fire Punch is used, and we get the flip. So it all depends on what they see in the back, and it ends up being the Dunsparce. So they have 2 really good counters to our Mandibuzz. Here is a positive matchup, but we need to catch some moves and try to get an energy advantage somewhere. Because officially, this Mandibuzz is just going to be useless because of the Dunsparce's super effective fast moves and the rock slides, and that Wiggly has the charm. Okay, so we finally see the Wiggly come back in. We have an Aerial Ace, which is chipping away. Now we're able to dip out of there. We have potential Earth Power, so we're going to fire off the Body Slam bait. We do get the shield, but as you can see here, our Gastro is getting so low. Another Body Slam is going to get shielded, and our opponent here is going to be able to shield their way through this matchup. Icy Wind is used and everything is debuffed, and we're not really dealing super effective damage anywhere. So kind of a hard team to wiggle around, especially since they had pretty good answers for every streak that we decided to throw out. So in hindsight, it was close considering what a bad matchup it was, but on to the next one. Ooh, Donphan, and we're gonna switch into the Gastro versus their Drapion. So this is gonna be alignment based game. It seems like they're trying to use this Drapion to flip the switch. They go for the Aqua Tail after the debuff, but that is not enough. They needed to go for another crunch. However, we are going to be able to throw this Earth Power back at this Dunsparce. So Dunsparce with the Donphan, interesting combo right now. Because we know their whole team, we can just go into this Diggersby here, tank the move, expecting them to switch out. They go for the Donphan after the move. We're going to fire off this Scorching Sand. It does go through, but it doesn't get any debuff. So now we have to face the wrath of the Shadow Donphin. It knows like Body Slam, Trailblaze. There it is. So they boosted up their Body Slam. Still minor damage, but most of this damage was going to be incoming with their fast move Mud Slap, I believe. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it potentially knows Charm, but I could be mistaken. So that one, very, very interesting pick. All right, we got the Mandibuzz versus the Talonflame. This matchup here is positive for this Mandibuzz. They decided to switch out, and we go into this matchup again. Diggersby versus the Ferrothorn with, this time, the energy advantage. So we decided to shield early to give the indication that we are going to force them to use shields if they want to flip this, because we can tank one move here. And just like that, we are at another Fire Punch. This will KO or is going to get the shield. They decided to just sack it and take the energy advantage on their Talonflame. So with that in mind, we have to try to get to as many moves as possible with our Diggersby. We get to 2 moves. This Fire Punch here gets it into the low yellow. They have an energy advantage. They fire off the Brave Bird. They're going to dip out of there. And we see the Dedenne. Dedenne, unfortunately, doesn't want to see our Gastro. We can tank the first move easily. Play Rough is used. Nice neutral damage. But now we're going to be able to farm down all the way. And now we have a ton of energy to throw at this low-held Talonflame. Even though it has 2 shields, we're going to have enough energy to fire off another one after we shield this potentially. So we could have let that go or shield it. I don't think it really matters. We already have 2 Body Slams ready. And this will KO. So well played by us. That team, unfortunately, is pretty much alignment based. Especially since they went to their Ferrothorn. And we had the Diggersby to match up against it. Ooh, exactly where we want to see the Driploom. So we need to take advantage of this. However, interesting, they're staying there. We're going to fire off the Dark Pulse. They do shield. They're going to be able to fight back with the Icy Wind. Icy Wind, super effective, but it doesn't quite KO. But we know that this is a bad matchup for our backline, so we need to... Okay, they actually double shield. Interesting. They must be ABA weak to this Mandibuzz. So we tank the next one, and then we're going to fire off our next Dark Pulse. But because we're double debuff, it does not KO, and we're going to switch out here into the Diggersby, and they match us with the Diggersby. So you can see that's a really good situation for us. We have the energy advantage, we have the shield advantage. They don't really have an answer for this Diggersby. Oh, that might change some things. We get the attack debuff. They're gonna possibly be able to take us out now with the next Scorching Sand. Yeah, for sure the next Scorching Sand. This Scorching Sand of our own will not KO because of our debuff. And we're going to force them to use energy right here. This is not necessarily that bad because now we can just get energy on something. We decide to go into the Gastro. Oh, and they GG's quit because they must have something really weak to it. So well played by us. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.